Hey guys, Ninja Joker here, and it's been a while. Honestly, it's just I haven't done much of just any gameplay whatsoever, and that's what I originally intended for this channel. Oh well. Eden's Blessing. That's pretty good. Odd Mushroom to start off with. Eden starts off with random items, which includes the spacebar items and passive items, of which you can see over to the right. Which I start off with Eden's Blessing, which is supposed to give me another item, which is supposed to give me another random item whenever I start a run. And so I probably started with Eden's Blessing, and then Eden's Blessing gave me, and then Eden's Blessing in my last run is what gave me the Odd Mushroom, which is a damage up. And Eden's Blessing is also a tears up, so there's that too. So it'll still help you, even if it's not. So even on the same run, it'll still help you. Excuse me, I'm really nervous for some reason. I may keep quiet because I may be focusing a lot. We also have the nail as well. That's a pretty good spacebar item. Now, I don't have everything unlocked, so yeah, because the way you unlock items in this game is, apparently we have Curse of the Maze. Because the way you pardon. Sorry about that. That was some personal business, to say the least. Alright. Our first boss is Monstro, and it's this champion Monstro. So what the nail does is that it gives a damage up and a soul heart, as far as I'm aware. We also started off with really poor movement speed, I'm realizing. Thanks for the tears up. Thanks for the tears up whenever we're capped. Thanks, game. You'll notice this thing about this game. It tends to be very trolly at times. I'm just gonna skip that. Yeah, so in case what you were wondering what I was saying there about like the tears cap, we actually, okay, so I'm pretty sure the nail does lower our movement speed, which is a bit of a problem, but oh well. So in case you were wondering what I was talking about with the tears cap there, it's because normally your tears cap is going to be 5, and it is possible to get a tears rate of 1, but you need certain items in order to break the cap. And that blue cap item was not one of them. Okay. I think I'd like to hit the item room first, because after the first floor, you'll need a key to get into the item room. And it's a damage up. That's always good. Now, 5 damage is pretty freaking good here. Good here. Like, 10 is pretty good. Pretty good. And that's usually enough damage to carry you through any run, but and obviously you can go much higher than that. There is no, like, damage cap, though there is damage negation on some bosses, particularly 2 in particular, which is named Hush and Delirium. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, I was saying something about the champion Monstro from before, and essentially if you see any enemies that are like colored differently, that means they're champions, and they'll have like certain gimmicks, but they can also drop certain items as well. Unlike these normal enemies which won't really drop anything. And remember where I was saying about the game is kind of trolly? Yeah, that's called a troll bomb right there. Alright, got some mulligans. These things will just spit out spiders. Sometimes bombs upon death. Sometimes whenever they're killed, they'll spawn bombs. For some reason in particular, McMillan also decided that as a reward, you'd have to spend a resource in order to get a resource, which is called Sticky Nickel. I don't have that unlocked. Also, that was Pink Champion Widow. And we get a health upgrade, and this is something important. Except this isn't that great. Great of an item. So basically what this is that it's a deal with the devil, and basically I can trade in my health for this item, but I'm not too particular with familiars. I know I took Big Chub, but I'm pretty sure that Brother Bobby is not a good familiar, from what I know. I could go into the shop. I got plenty of money. Yeah, typically you'd like to go into the shop with like 15 cents, and you'll get some passive items in there instead of just consumables and such. There's a sacrifice room. I can basically... Okay, this is going to take my black health, so that's not worth it for me. For those wondering what the black health was doing there for a second, it basically, once those get removed, it damages everything in the room. So, as you can tell, that 2 diamonds. That's a pretty good. Basically, what the 2 diamonds will do will double my money. And bombing the donation machine here will essentially give me money. So, if I was to use the 2 diamonds now, I would have 14 cents. And now I'm going to have 20 cents, of which can get me either jumper cables or Pandora's box. Pandora's box makes it to where it'll depend on what floor you open it on, will depend on the items, and I kind of want to keep the nail. And I don't think we're going to get anything too good on this floor, so I think I'm going to take jumper cables. Could have also saved it. And I think I might as well just take the soul heart as well. Soul hearts can protect your devil deal. It's down over here. The upside down cross. That's the devil deal chance. And basically if you lose red health, that chance of having the devil deal lowers. And the cross with the 50% chance is basically just saying, hey, if we do get a devil deal, there's a 50% chance of it actually being an angel room instead. And Angel Room has a completely different item pool, although the Devil Room and the Angel Room do share very similar items. Yeah, so a lot of people will actually go and show you that it's actually more worth it to great amnesia. Now I have no idea where I'm going. Typically, a lot of people will go for... It's basically just the meta for this game to just go for devil deals. Because angel deals are just almost not worth it, even though they have 2 of the rarest and best items in the game. And those 2 items are basically... Oh, gotta get rid of that. And basically, those 2 items are Godhead and Sacred Heart. And in case you were wondering what that... Red Champion was, it basically, because we haven't encountered the enemy that does so, that's supposed to have that. Basically what that modifier was supposed to do, stack of pennies. Basically what that modifier was supposed to do is, it makes it to where if you don't kill that sack of meat, it'll basically just respawn the enemy. Okay, thanks. Get the finger. Wherever I point, it's going to deal damage. Kind of like what happened to that fire right there. And, yeah, wherever it points, it'll deal damage to you. And it'll scale with my damage. Okay. So how about you guys, man? I've mostly just been talking about the game, but it's typically not that hard to learn if you're pretty good at it. Not to brag, but I like to think I am. Even though I'm playing on normal and not hard, and the difference between normal and hard is that there's basically a higher chance for curses, of which Curse of the Maze was one of them. And you kind of saw what that did. It'll increase champion rate, which will be just the unique modifier enemies and such. And yeah, just lower drop rates on things. Yeah, so it's typically something to be wary of. Pills, by the way, in case you're wondering, I mean, basically what pills do is that each pill will have a random effect, but they have set random effects. Like the next run, maybe the pill we just took, it won't be bad gas, but it'll be something else, and it'll be like that for the entire run, and it'll have that effect for the entire run, I should say. I could go into the curse room here. I got plenty of soul hearts to spare. I do know the nail also gives us stompy, but I don't want to stomp on these mushrooms because it's typically not really the greatest thing. That was a mega troll bomb, and here's the deal with the devil. We had Fear Shot, which is going to be a damage up and makes our tears invisible, apparently. Yeah. So typically why you want soul hearts too is just that they'll also, Fear Shot's also supposed to make the enemies have fear, which means that they'll run away from you. But typically why you want soul hearts is because where I mentioned that if you lose red health, you'll lose your chance with the devil deal. Soul hearts, if you lose those, and it kind of goes with black health as well, you won't lose your deal with the devil chance. Yeah, but since we've already gotten that deal with the devil there, I'm pretty sure it's going to spawn, but whether or not it does... little Steven, do I want you? You're a familiar that's going to have a set amount of damage, but have homing shots. I think I am going to take you, because why not? Yeah. Those purple shots are coming from little Steven, as stated before. We get a Joker card, which is going to take us to the devil deal. I typically bomb these guys because they have a chance to drop a nickel, which is that thing right there, which is obviously 5 cents, and I think I'm going to take the spider mod here. Basically, when enemies go over him, they'll get a random status effect like burn, poison, fear, charmed. Yeah, and it'll also show the health of all the enemies as well. But in case you were wondering what I was meaning about the nail having the stompy effect, this is essentially what it means. I can just basically walk over rocks and it'll destroy them, whereas normally I won't be able to do that. We get some sacks, of which are going to have some random items in them, but I don't think it's particularly worth it to deal some take some damage and get those, because they could just end up just spewing stuff that I don't really need. I'm not desperately in need of them anyway. Well, I say that as I am pretty low, which is 5 cents in one bomb. So maybe I will, especially now that I have that, because I have 2 charges on the nail. So even if these do take, okay, they do take an entire heart of damage. Okay, crap. Get the devil card, which is going to increase our damage for the room we're in. And I think I'll keep the Joker card because that will seem like, yeah. Because I think that'll give more just overall an advantage. If that makes sense. Now, this game is also quite known for... This is a champion chub, by the way. This game is also quite known for not being the greatest, and we get Pageant Boy, which is going to give us some coins. This game is also quite known for it not being able to run the best, because it's run on Java. I don't need to go into the item room. I'm meaning to look for the shop. I'm aware we have 14 cents. Actually, yeah, what am I doing? I went past the shop. I'm an idiot. Actually, I don't think there's anything in particular in the shop. Yeah, just some keys and bomb and a soul heart. Might as well take the soul heart. In case you're wondering what all the stats are, the top one, which is right under my consumables over here. The top one is speed, which is 8.5. The standard speed is 1, by the way. Range is the next one down. Tears rate is the next one down. Shot speed is the next one down. Those one... Now, tears is basically your fire rate. Damage, luck, and then there's the... As I pointed out before, the devil and angel deal chances. Now, the Joker card isn't going to really help us on this floor, mostly because I'm confident in my ability to actually be able to get the devil deal here. But it will be helpful for the next floor, because whenever we do get the deal with the devil chance, it will basically prevent... It will basically make it to where we can get a devil deal on the next floor, because once we get the devil deal on this floor, the chances on the next floor is going to be 33%. Just very low. Anti-grav tears. It makes it to where our tears stop in place until they let go of it, or until after a little while, but it doesn't increase our tears rate. I don't know if it breaks the tears cap, though. I don't know if I really want that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anti-grav tears, so I'm gonna pass. At 3 nickels from one chest when we don't even have Mom's Key, that is amazing. And I'm pretty sure this is the shop here. We get car battery, which is going to make it to where the spacebar item activates twice. We also get a reroll machine in here, which is going to give us stock refresh. Which basically means that once we pick up an item in the shop here, up here, it'll get replaced, and we get blank card as well, which is also going to be very helpful with the Joker card, because what blank card will do is basically just use our card item, which is in the bottom right hand corner here, which is the Joker card, and it'll basically just use that card without actually using the card, if that makes sense. So, and we also have card battery now, which basically means if we find a Hierophant card, which is basically, it'll drop 2 soul hearts. Because of the card battery, it'll make it to where it'll drop 4 soul hearts instead of just the 2. And I took some stupid damage there. Alright. Freck, I'm not paying attention. Getting overconfident. Need to focus more. That white heart right there is an eternal heart. Basically, if we get that to the next floor, it'll turn into a full red heart. Which means that it's basically a health upgrade, so long as we don't lose it. Damn it. I was trying to get it to bomb here, so that way we could make a bridge and get the soul heart without actually losing... without actually losing any sort of health. Okay, so that pink effect with all the hearts is the charmed effect, and basically what that'll do is make it to where the enemy is going to go towards other enemies and damage them. I'm a freaking idiot. I might as well just use this. Get the soul heart, make it worthwhile. Get the eternal heart, I mean. And a sacrifice room, no thanks. Oh yeah, if you'll pay attention, every time we use the nail card, it'll now give us 2 soul hearts instead of just 1. Ace of clubs, it's going to turn everything into a bomb. I had to remember whether clubs were spades, and this is the normal enemy that had the that red champion effect. But yeah. Basically, whenever that enemy specifically dies, he'll have that thing to work. I walked into that. Yeah, we saw a little bit of the charm effect in action there with the leapers. Was there anything else in the shop I wanted? Stock refresh is really good, by the way. By far an item you want to go for. Oh, that's right, blank card. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too particularly worried about health and damage right now. We can't take out the purple and blue fires with our tears like we've been doing with the normal fires. Instead, what we have to do is use a bomb. Now, the difference between the 4 types of fires that you'll see in this game is there's the normal orange fires, of which don't do anything. There's the red fires, which are basically just normal fires, but they can actually shoot at you. Don't ask me how that makes any sense. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Remember how I said I wasn't... Oh, speed up. That was much needed. Ooh, 2 fantastic items here. Mom's knife is pretty good, but I don't know if I want it. This I'm going to absolutely take, though. If we do take Mom's knife, it will make my tears visible, but at the same time, I think I'll pass. Abaddon also removed Abaddon, this most recent item we got here, also removed all my red hearts and gave me 6 black hearts, by the way. Yeah, and then there's the Eternal Heart from before actually giving us the red heart. Mom's knife isn't a bad item by any means. It's by far one of the best weapons you can have. My voice also cracked, I'm aware. Just go with it. Yeah, but as you can see now, our deal with the devil chance is also 33%. And we get poison tears. Alright. That didn't make our tears visible. Yep. Poison effect is self-explanatory. Let's see here. What am I not talking about? This is... Yeah, so that's going to be the mom fight, so... Let's find the shop first. Because once we enter the mom fight, we can't leave. And it also signifies that that is our last item room. Because any next floors that we go to after that will not have them, so it is our last item room. Now there are some items that can negate that, but it's also our last shop as well, so that's why I'm wanting to look for it. Damn it. Yeah, as you saw, the black carts make it to where everything in the room took damage, but those things don't die, so that was a lot of help. Charge baby. Screw it. I'll take a pill. Telebills. Thanks, I don't want to go to the boss right now. I also think that means that the super secret room is right here, maybe? Yep. Again, another Eternal Heart. I want to go back and get my Joker card. And I think I am going to get Charge Baby simply because I have 15 coins. I might as well use them. Blank card with nothing, by the way, isn't going to do anything, and blank card does not work with pills. Now, instead what you have to use is the pill mimic of, I believe it's called Placebo. That's Pokego. Charge Baby is going to randomly drop a battery. So, wish we kept a nail. Oh well. Alright. I'm trying to explain as much as I can for the newer people that haven't seen Isaac at all. So anyways, how have you guys been? Because I haven't been able to talk to anyone. That's the Void, I don't want to go in there. Because that, yeah, because the Void essentially leads to one of the bosses that's named, leads to the Delirium boss that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, so how have you guys been? I haven't really talked to you guys at all. I've just been going on about Isaac, what the items do, all of that sort of stuff for the newer people that haven't seen this game at all.
X-Lax.
I found pills did absolutely nothing. So, if I could stop being stupid for 1 second, that would be lovely. I also didn't use the Joker card. I am a freaking idiot! How many times? That's going to give... Oh, we're Leviathan now, which means that we have flight. Which means we no longer have to worry about spikes slash this green creep right here. Yes, it's called creep. And it's supposed to damage you whenever you walk over it, but we have flight now, so... Paralysis. Needs to stop moving for a little bit. Yeah, and since we have flight now, this will essentially be half. I don't know what's causing the tear effects off the top, the stoning effects off the top of my head. I think it might be the spider mod, but I'm still not completely sure. Wreck! I'm bad at this game. Never mind what I said. Might as well. Samson's Lock. We haven't had a trinket at all in this run, surprisingly. That boss was kind enough to drop a soul heart. Did we get pretty lucky on this run? Absolutely. I mean, not every run you're going to be able to get a transformation. And this isn't even by far the best transformation that we could have gotten. Because of flight, we no longer have to worry about going over those gaps. What's this? Ah, 2 of diamonds when we don't have a shop anymore. Freaking lovely. Or is it Charged Baby that's giving the stoning effect to all the enemies in the room? I forget if that's a thing or not.
2 of diamonds.
We now have 50 cents because I used the blank car battery. Gives us a lot of coins, and so... Let's try and avoid damage is what I was getting ready to say. I did a pretty good job up until the point where I was about to say it and then got hit. I am a freaking... I need to shut my mouth. Yeah. Like I was trying to say before, this was meant to be more of a gaming channel, but it just kind of turned into just... I'm just going to post really stupid stuff. That's just a straight damage upgrade. And we gotta deal with the devil, which means that we're more than likely not gonna be able to get the one next floor. By the way, in case you're wondering where the 50% angel chance went, it went away whenever we took a devil deal. And now we're at 10 damage, which is absolutely fantastic, and as well as a 5 tier delay. I should have known that was a thing, but I wasn't paying attention. Really wish I could stop taking damage here. Yeah, so I can't hit that guy because he's not, because I don't have spectral tears, which means that I can go over. I'm not going to go into the curse room because I'm actually kind of in need of health. Ceremonial robes, by the way, is essentially just a free damage up in... It's just essentially just a free damage up in any case, because while it may cost 3 soul hearts or a red heart, it still gives you 3 black hearts, so... bombs are key.
Paralysis.
Get paralysis again. I forgot to check the pill. See if it said anything, because once you've taken the pill, it makes it to where it's discoverable and you actually know the effect, so you don't have to worry about remembering it. Come on, pop up. You're invincible until you pop up. This again. Fire in the hole. We get a dime again when we don't have a freaking store. I bomb it because we have a small chance of getting items in there. Of getting, like, actual passive items, I should say. We got Loki. Get Super Lust. That's one of the seven sins, and the sins are essentially mini bosses. Did we fight Gluttony? I think we fought Gluttony. Or am I remembering something wrong? Or well. Once you do a lot of these, they all start to kind of blend together. Oh well. And this is my first episode, so recording this, so whoops. Shows how good my memory is. I'm aware we're completely safe if we just run over that. We get It Lives, which is a guaranteed boss. The second floor of the room is always going to be It Lives. This game also promotes speed running, because if we were to beat Mom in under 15 minutes, I believe, we would have gotten a secret thing called Boss Rush. And if we were to beat It Lives there in under 30 minutes, we would have been able to go and fought the Hush. But I obviously wasn't in care in much of actually running through this game, so. We also don't get a deal with the devil on this floor, and of course, naturally, whenever we have the Joker card to actually get the deal with the devil, it just gives us black hearts. You're lucky I need health. Flight essentially made that room super easy. Oh, this is the red fires that I was talking about. The blue fires, I never mentioned that. The blue fires that were more than likely... Oh, here's War. We also get the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse here, by the way. The blue fires are normal fires, they just have to be bombed in order to be taken out. Mega Fatty, how's it going? By the way, Poison Toads made it to where every shots are supposed to poison enemies, but bosses get a little bit of the special gimmick to where they can't be status effect once they've been status effect. Hit with that status effect after a while, but thankfully it doesn't really matter much. I wasn't even focused there as well. I didn't know what to do. Okay, yeah, here's the blue fires. Oh, I forgot these were brimstone. Yeah, that effect right there is called brimstone, by the way. It's also another one of the most powerful tier effects that you can get in this game. Blue fires, you'll see me bomb them. You'll see a lot of people bomb them often because they have a very high chance of dropping a soul heart. For those wondering, the Joker card can also bring you to an angel deal, but you have to have the certain effects of it. Like it is. Like, what the Joker card takes you is based off of the Devil Deal and Luck and Angel Deal chance. So, there is a chance for it to bring you to the Angel Room. By the way, that shield we're getting is from Polaroid. That was the wrong corner to go to. It's from Polaroid, and essentially what it does is just make us immune for a little bit. So, very good item, as you can imagine. Does Isaac get damaged by his own beams? Ah! Okay, we beat Isaac, but we still have one more floor to go before we can actually beat this run. Ah! Hopefully I don't die here. Yeah, so the chest always... Oh boy. Yeah. That would make sense. We get 2 really good items and then 2 really bad items. Yeah. The little wisp we just got is Navi. We do get Death's Touch, which makes our tears visible. Hallelujah. It was supposed to give... Death's Touch just supposed to give us a tears down, but as you can see, that didn't happen because we've gotten so many tear up items. Yeah, but another very big benefit to Death's Touch is the fact that it has Piercing Shot, which means that it'll go through enemies and it won't dead. And our tears won't get destroyed. I saw the shadow. It made sense that it would have gone directly there. I've also didn't use the Joker card, which we could have used.
Joker.
Can't take either of these items because I have 2 soul hearts. Well, actually, I could have taken them because we could turn into Black Judas, which then is another big damage up. Which is a damage multiplier, I should say, because once we turn into Black Judas, we essentially get double our damage. You saw the major benefits of having Piercing Shot because that means we can get that bomb fly whenever it spawns. Navi, by the way, is, instead of being annoying, because we haven't heard her at all, but she will point out where secret rooms are. Of which I haven't been paying attention to her. Ah, good, a soul heart. I could have saved that. I could have gotten Black Judas and then saved it for that. And the reason Contract from Below would be really good here is because any chest that spawn here will guarantee us a passive or active item. So it's really good for chests to drop here. That's Curse of the Tower. Each time we get hit, it'll drop bombs. Thankfully, Bobby Bombs actually made our bombs have homing. I may die here. The Lovers! Literally the exact opposite card is what we need right now. And the game won't give it to me. Lovers drops 2 red hearts. I want the Hierophant, which drops 2 soul hearts. We also got Famine and Pestilence, by the way. Piercing is really good for these bosses that have like multiple hitboxes, for obvious reasons. Alright, we die. But that's fine, because we respawn as Black Judas. It actually gets rid of our starting Ian stats, but as you can see, it made our damage go all the way up to 23. Again, 10 is really good. Alright. Essentially, we can't get hit on Blue Baby. Something tells me that's not going to happen. I'm gonna focus here. Or not. Well. Anyways, that's been this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, despite my failure. So close, and then I couldn't see the... I couldn't see Blue Baby attack because of my own tears. I should have just keep moving. Why didn't I do that? Yeah, this game can be pretty difficult. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all later.